Right now, your brain is actively making you poorer on purpose. It's not inflation and it's not bad luck. If you close this video in the next 15 seconds, you will literally hand over thousands of dollars this year to people who are using your own biology against you. Here is the exact glitch in your head that costing you your financial freedom and how corporations weaponized it this morning. Look at your phone right now. Think about the last app you used to buy a meal, a pair of shoes, or something you have already forgotten you've ordered. When you tap that screen, your brain literally thought you were playing a video game. I'm not exaggerating. There is a massive data point corporations hide from you. When people switch from physical cash to a phone app or credit card, their impulse spending instantly jumps by up to 83%. 83%. That means for every $100 living your life, 83 was a psychological accident? When you hand a physical $50 bill to a cashier, something crazy happens in your head. Neuroscientists ran brain scans on people spending cash, and they discovered that losing physical money activates the exact same pain receptors as getting physically punched in the stomach. Your brain literally processes spending cash as physical trauma. But tech companies figured this out. They realized if they wanted you to buy things you don't need, they had to numb your brain. When you use Face ID or Tap to Pay, you don't feel a thing. It completely blocks pain signals in your nervous system. And it's not just the payment button. Look at how these apps are designed. Notice how the food pictures are always glowing, highly saturated, and tinted with aggressive reds and oranges. That is a deliberate corporate hack. Data shows those specific colors instantly spike your body's cortisol and dopamine levels, tricking your stomach into feeling a fake hunger panic. You didn't buy that expensive delivery dinner at 11 p.m. because you were starving. You bought it because a software engineer weaponized color psychology to chemically blind your brain's defensive mechanisms. You have been completely outmaneuvered by companies who pay people $500,000 a year just to keep your wallet empty. But a $20 app order is nothing. The real horror show is what this exact digital illusion is doing to your main bank account every single time you get a raise. Think back to what you were making 3 or 4 years ago. Seriously, remember that exact number? Back then, if someone told you you'd be making your current salary today, you would have smiled and assumed that all your financial problems were dead. But look at your account right now. You're making more money than ever, and somehow you're feeling the exact same monthly panic. You love to blame the economy or inflation or just bad luck. But you're lying to yourself. Your brain is just hardwired to choose a tiny hit of dopamine right now over the actual wealth in the future. A group of people were put in MRI machines and asked to think about themselves 10 years from now. The results were honestly embarrassing. The areas of your brain that light up when you think about your future self are the exact same areas that light up when you think about a total stranger. Your brain literally views the older version of you as some random guy on the street. So every single time you get a raise or a bonus, your subconscious says, "Why should I save this money for a stranger? Let's spend it on me today." And here is another thing. You didn't upgrade your lifestyle because your old one was broken. You upgraded because you are trapped in a high school mind game. Data shows humans do not care about the actual number in their bank account. They only care about looking slightly more successful than the 4 closest people in their social circle. The moment your income went up, you didn't buy a mansion. You just subtly changed your daily habits to match your co-workers. You started buying the $20 premium coffee beans and you upgraded to the high-end gym membership. You stopped ordering standard rides and you upgraded to the premium tier because you felt like you deserve it. Congratulations, you're trading your actual financial freedom for the temporary comfort of looking like you are belong in a room you can barely afford to stand in. You tell yourself the exact same lie every single January. I'll start investing heavily next month when things settle down. But next month comes, your brain resets, and you find a new bill to pay or a new upgrade to fund just to keep up appearances. And it gets dangerously worse, because the second you realize you are stuck on this treadmill, your brain panics and it tries to find a chaotic shortcut that ruins everything. This is the exact moment you decide you're a genius. You are scrolling through your phone, you see some hype, stock, or crypto exploding, you see screenshots of 20-year-old making millions overnights, and your brain completely breaks. You watch 2 quick videos, read a couple of tweets, and suddenly you decide you have cracked the secret code to getting rich. Let's be honest, if I ask you to predict where the hurricane is going to hit next week, you'd tell me you can't, because the weather is a total mess. But when it comes to a market driven by millions of greedy, panicked human minds, you suddenly can see the future. Stop kidding yourself. You aren't investing, you're gambling in the casino that was explicitly built to clean out your pockets. These free trading apps spend hundreds of millions of dollars to make buying stocks feel exactly like a mobile game. They give you bright green buttons, flashing lights, and little digital confetti when you buy. Why? Because they need to trick your brain into feeling confident, so you keep playing. But here is the dirty secret they hide in the fine print. The app is free because you are the product. They take your trades and sell it directly to the massive Wall Street hedge funds. The sharks literally see what you are going to buy before your order even goes through, and they use that split second to price you out. And that is the exact second the floor drops out from under your feet. And then the hype dies, the market crashes, your investment tanks, and you wake up on a Tuesday morning, open your phone, and realize you just spent 2 months worth of your salary. A normal, logical person would look at the numbers, cut the losses, and save wherever cash there is. But you won't do that. Your brain will not let you. Instead, you freeze. Losing $1 hurts your brain exactly twice as much as the joy of making $1. Because that emotional pain is so completely unbearable, your mind will do some Olympic-level mental gymnastics just to protect your ego. You refuse to sell. You stare at a failing investment and you tell yourself the biggest lie in personal finance. It's not a real loss until I sell. Let's be real, it is a real loss, the money is gone. But because you can't admit you were wrong, you do something even dumber. You delete the app off your home screen and you refuse to log in. You ignore the email notifications and pretend the account doesn't exist for weeks, hoping that if you don't look at the damage, it magically isn't happening. The data on this is brutal. Regular people lose their money not because they invest in the wrong thing, but because they are too stubborn to admit their own mistake. You will literally watch your savings evaporate down to zero, completely paralyzed by fear, holding onto a sinking ship for years, just hoping to get back to even. You're throwing good money after bad, destroying your entire future only because your ego is too fragile to look at the mirror and say, I screwed up. So how do you actually stop this cycle before it completely ruins you? Look, some people cannot rewrite their brain. It's going to be wired like this forever. That's why you are here. Stop relying on willpower. Willpower is a lie. It's gonna fail the second you are tired, stressed, or bored at 11 at night. Instead, you need to build an external system that makes it physically impossible for your emotions to make choices. If you want to actually keep your cash, you'll start making these 4 things today. First, kill the convenience. Go into your phone right now and delete your saved credit card details from Amazon, your food apps, and your browser. Every single one of them. Forcing yourself to physically get up, walk across the room, grab your wallet, and manually type in 16 numbers gives your brain a 30-second delay. That 30-second gap is exactly what your mind needs to wake up and ask, do I actually need this junk, or am I just looking for a quick hit of dopamine? Second, freeze your extra cash. The second you get a tax refund, a bonus, or a cash gift, that money goes into a separate account, not connected to your phone. Put a strict 2-week lockdown on it, 0 exceptions. You have to let the excitement fade completely so that the money felt like the hard-earned capital before you spent any dime of it. Third, deface your credit card. Take a Sharpie and draw a small scale from 1 to 5 on the back of your credit card. 1 means this keeps me alive, and 5 means this is pure luxury. Every single time you pull that card out, you're forced to look at the scale and rank the purchase. If you're about to tap that card for level 5 impulse buy when your bank account is in the danger zone, it forces you to look your bad habits in the eye before you commit the crime. Fourth, use the card's decay trick. When you are browsing online, desperately want to buy something, add it to the cart, fill out the email, and close the tab. Do not buy it. Walk away for 48 hours. Because shopping algorithms are terrified of losing a sale, 3 out of 4 companies will automatically email you a 10 to 20% discount code within 2 days just to get you back. You're literally forcing their own software to reward you for your patience. And if you open that email 2 days later and realize you don't want that item anymore, you just saved 100%. And finally, before you put a single dollar in any stock, crypto, or business trend, find a hater. Force yourself to spend 15 minutes reading the smartest arguments from people who think it's a total scam or a guaranteed failure. If your plan cannot survive their specific criticisms, your arrogance is talking, not your intelligence. If this video called you out on exactly what you did with your money this week, hit that follow button. Let's get smarter next time.